Tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw featured the final two spots in both the women's and men's Elimination Chamber matches coming next Saturday live in Toronto, Canada. And honestly, outside of that, well, actually there was a lot more to talk about, but a lot of people are saying it in the live chat and I kind of agree. This was a solid, decent episode of Monday Night Raw, but I'm not going to sit here and act like it blew me away. I thought the crowd was kind of dead for a good portion of the show. More specifically, the women's matches. Like, I don't know what was going on with the crowd in the women's matches. They were almost falling asleep, and I felt kind of bad for the women because I thought both women's matches were actually pretty good. And that's saying a lot, considering Raquel Rodriguez was in one of those matches. So if I'm saying the women's match was actually pretty decent, that should let you know how I feel about the women. But the fact that the crowd wasn't really into it, that just kind of lets you know where the women's division overall is right now and how much buzz is kind of lacking. But it's not even just the women's division. A lot of the mid-card storylines are kind of missing that sizzle. And I've been kind of feeling that way for a while now. It hasn't just been recently. So I don't necessarily blame the crowd. I still feel bad about the women because they brought it tonight. I thought both women's matches were good. Overall, wrestling tonight was pretty solid. That main event was great. Oh, that main event was a good match. That main event was absolutely incredible. I dare I say, Seth Rollins and Finn Balor had their best match yet. And they've had themselves a couple of good ones. I think overall, Seth and Finn had their best match tonight. Now, a lot of people are going to be talking about the botch by the referee, right? They're going to bring up the fact that the referee either didn't count the last third or he miscounted the last third. He was going for the 1, 2, and then stopped at the 3, which was obviously a 3 count. People blame the referee. I don't think the referee deserves blame here. I would argue, this is just my opinion, I would argue that was Finn Balor's fault. I would put it on Finn Balor. He didn't kick out in time. That's just me. Because I watched it multiple times. Finn didn't get his shoulder up in time, so technically, Seth beat him twice. Just saying. I'm not trying to be a jerk when I say that, but everyone's blaming the referee. That was not a referee botch. That was clearly a Finn Balor miscalculation. I don't know what he was doing. Homeboy was sleeping for about 2 seconds. But very, very minor, small botch. I'm not going to make a big deal about it. It was still an awesome match. And the right people won. Roxanne Perez and Seth Rollins advanced to the Elimination Chamber. And I am excited to see both of those matches. I think both of them look pretty goddamn stacked. I think when it's all said and done, we're going to have ourselves a pretty good pay-per-view coming not this Saturday, but next Saturday, March 1st. And so I'm excited to talk about both of those matches. I might end up doing preview and predictions because I have to think about it. I think since the pay-per-view is happening earlier on in the day, right? I got to be sure when exactly the pay-per-view is airing because it's in Toronto, right? Okay, never mind. It'll just air at 7 p.m. So, because I'm thinking every time they go overseas, it's going to be somewhere different. No, it's in Toronto, so we're good. Yeah, I think what I'll do is do I want to do it on Thursday or do it on Wednesday? I think on Thursday, I'll be up here to do a preview and predictions broadcast, and I'll do it from my phone. It will be a vertical live stream for Chamber, and we'll see how that one goes. And I'm just going to predict the matches. I'll give you guys my thoughts on who I think is going to win. Predictions have not been great. As of lately, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought I would be able to predict, for the most part, everything Triple H is going to be doing. I don't think I've been able to follow him. I'm just being honest with you. A lot of the decisions he's been making, I've been kind of like, all right, that's a choice. Some of them I like. I agree with the New Day, both of them going heel, although I predicted that Xavier Woods was a swerve and Kofi would be the one to go heel. He went with both of them. So I wasn't necessarily wrong, but I was still wrong. And the New Day has been easily one of the best parts of Monday Night Raw. Easily. Although I'm not really feeling this feud with the LWO, I love them. I think they're great as heels, and I love hating them because they're great as heels. Jey Uso and his feud with Gunther is heating up very nicely. The writing for it has been top-notch. Having Gunther go out there and do the Jey Uso entrance and then get booed for it, that was great. That was actually a really good segment. I enjoyed that. Dakota Kai getting a second opportunity against Lyra Valkyria. Look, I had nothing against Lyra. I'm just questioning why they gave her the belt, because they had her lose clean. Clean. Was it last week? Whenever she fought Bayley. She lost clean to Bayley, and I was just like, what was the point of giving her the belt if she's just gonna lose? I mean, to be fair, Chelsea Green lost too. I hated that one even more. I would have thought they would have at least added Chelsea Green to the match, but what's the point of having mid-card titles if they're both just going to lose? And so, Dakota Kai is getting another opportunity at the belt, and I'm going to assume, just making a big assumption here, that we're going to be seeing Dakota get this belt, because I know people are saying Roxanne just got it. Roxanne. Lyra Valkyria just got it. Roxanne Perez did end up winning the match to go to Chamber. But Lyra just got the belt. Why drop it off of her? Well, I mean, let's just be real. They aren't really using her all that importantly. You could just tell they're not really treating her like someone special. So, people are more sympathetic and more invested in Dakota Kai. So, if you're not going to put the belt on Dakota, which is what you should be doing, at least put it on someone that can get heat, which in this case would be Ivory Nile. I don't know anymore when it comes to Lyra. I think Lyra's a great wrestler, and I'll keep saying it. I think inside the ring, she shows a lot of promise, but she's missing something, man. I don't know what she's missing, but she doesn't really stand out to me. I got nothing against the kid, but Dakota Kai, to me, should have won that IC title, and so I'm hoping that they rectify that next week. Is there a chance that she'll actually win it? Probably not. Probably not. By the way, did I say Ivory Nile? I meant Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile. Ivory. I miss Ivory. Throwback. Let me see here. I think I pretty much covered all the major stuff. Let me just quickly look through any crazy wrestling news that happened today. I don't think anything too nuts happened. I think the only thing that we'll have to talk about is, of course, the unsanctioned match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But I'm waiting for the review to go into that, because I have my thoughts. I have my thoughts about Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens doing an unsanctioned match in Toronto at Chamber. While I love it, at the same time, there's a side of me like, so does this mean we're not doing a match at WrestleMania with those two? I get that we want Randy Orton on the card at WrestleMania, but okay, let's just say they do Sami, Kevin at Chamber, and then that leads into Randy coming in, attacking Kevin, and helping Sami win. And then that leads to Randy versus Kevin. What does Sami do? I would rather they just do the unsanctioned fight. That leads to a hardcore or some kind of a no stipulation match. Stipulation match, if anything else, at WrestleMania. And then Randy shows up then to help Sami win. And then post WrestleMania, we can get into Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. That's at least what I think they should do. But we'll see what they end up doing. But I'll have a lot more to say about it when we get into the actual review. So thank y'all so much for joining me for this live stream. You could be anywhere else, but you chose me for your weekly Raw review. So I'm not going to disappoint you. Let me go ahead and move things along. You know what to do. You know what we got to do. We got to do the preliminary stuff. We got to do the sponsorship. I got to say hi to the people and plug all the stuff. So if you're ready, let's get to it. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, your edit. Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate. After the fact, you can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, or just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. Follow us on Discord. Give me a follow on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer. And give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alyx guy? Then join the club. Get you an I'm a Just Alyx guy t-shirt. Hot the press! Also get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt, get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt, and many, many more t-shirt designs coming your way. So stay tuned. Join the class. Expand the brand today right here in Alyx's World.
Dakota will lose against Lyra to eventually win Money in the Bank and win the world title. She winning the world title within 2 years.
Wow. So 3 Diglett says, screw the mid-card title. Send Dakota after the top women's title. I like where your head's at. I'm not against it. Hey, if 3 Diglett says, nah, she's too good for the mid-card title, she should be winning either the women's World Heavyweight or the WWE Women's title, I'm not going to say no to him. By the way, good to have you. Kiss stealing, willing, dealing, son of a gun. 3 Diglets is in his house. Thank you to the sponsor, SeatGeek. If you're looking for sweet ticket deals, I would really check out SeatGeek, because check this out. If you're looking for perhaps a leg up on WWE tickets, we know WrestleMania is coming. Those tickets are expensive. Not expensive, but expensive. I think you're probably going to need to use a promo code to get them prices down. So if you decide to get whatever ticket you want, whether it's WWE, AEW, maybe you want some concert tickets, go to SeatGeek and enter the promo code JustAlyx to get $20 off any of your ticket purchases. So let's go ahead and get to the sponsorship before we get to some shout outs. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the event. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlyx, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JustAlyx. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. Thank you all so much for joining me. You know what to do. Share love to the Mod Squad. Ultra! Shine that Sapphire Star Heart. Elias Ademi. New Japan Pro Wrestling. Your Cleo does everything. Highway dealing a danger. Teflon Don, the Mod Father. We also got Zeno, Enigma, and of course Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Before we get to shout outs, please be sure you like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. You know what we gotta do? We gotta give some love to royalty. When royalty walks in, you need to bow down, because the king and queen of wrestling reactions here in the YouTube space have arrived. Say hello to A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. I did a podcast. I was a special guest on their recent episode. And guess what? If you want to listen to it, it drops tomorrow. So be sure you follow A&B Combos Wrestling Edition to catch our not even a duet, 4-way, ladies and gentlemen, 4-way broadcast. Me, the wrestling historian, and of course A&B Combos hit up some awesome wrestling news. And let me tell you something, we barely scratched the surface. We're doing it again 2 weeks from now. So go watch part 1. It drops tomorrow. Tell them I sent you. Alright, who else is here? I see JJ, who let the dogs out? Who? JJ Bulldog. I also see Trey Lasado, Joe Arredondo, Joe Davidian. I see YouTube member Dulcie Chatham. I see Sean Swaby. Baby! Good to have you here, Sean. Let me see here. Regina Boy 09. Is that Jody Bennett? It's Jody Bennett. Woo! What's good, Jody? Good to have you here, Jody. Rickardy. We got people from A&B Convo Land over here. All days off. I see Robin Sucks. Joseph Winters. Daquan is a savage. Your goatness, Lauren Biggs. And anytime you get Lauren Biggs, you know who follows right behind her? You guessed it, ladies and gentlemen. He is the man. He is the kiss stealing, willing, Dylan, son of a gun. 3 Diglets. Former Super Chat champion 3 Diglets. And I say former because who knows when he'll decide he wants that belt back. Although, and I don't know if he's here tonight, Corpsier is quite the challenger. Quite the challenger. And I need to remind people that Corpsier won the Super Chat Championship with a whopping donation of $4,000. The biggest donation ever on this channel. So, if you coming for him, when you come for the king, you best not miss. So, the thing is, just a quick reminder, Corpsier will not be defending his world title, the World Super Chat Championship, next Saturday at Chamber. He will be defending that championship for WrestleMania in April. But, big but here, the International Championship, the International Super Chat Championship is on the line next Saturday. So a belt will be on the line if anyone wants to come and take it. Now, just hold on for a minute. Hold on for a damn minute. Let's be careful. Just because it's the international title, don't treat it like it's secondary. They be coming for that belt too. I'm just saying. 3 Diglett said, Corpsier, put the belt on the line tonight, if you know what's good for you. Well, 3 Digletts, we know how this works. Corpsier, he don't work weekly. This man's Brock Lesnar. He only works at the big events. That's just how he rolls. But if he decides to put it on the line, I'm not going to stop him. We can have ourselves a Super Chat Championship match tonight. And we'll see how that one works out. Alright, let's do a couple more names, and then we'll go ahead and get to the review. The Beep Jr., good to have you here. Shadow Star, I saw you here earlier. Good to have you here, sir. It's always good to have regulars in the building, and seeing everyone chat with A&B combos, that makes me very happy. Dwayne Sweetney, Calendar Master 420, great name. And I think I'm going to end it with Tyler Gaming. Yes, Tyler Gaming. Thank you all so much for being here. If I don't say your name, please don't be offended. It's not because I hate you. And I'm going to go ahead and quickly read this from our Super Chat champ, ladies and gentlemen. As you've seen, the champ is here! The champ is here! Your tribal chief, Corporate Clyde, Corp CA, has responded. He says, "Why are you calling me out, 3D? I'm trying to enjoy the show." Damn! I told y'all. The champ said, "I'll be defending my belt when it's necessary." He said, "I'll see you at WrestleMania. Not any time before then." But I'm pretty sure Three Diggles is going to needle him until he gives him what he wants. That's funny. But it's always good to have people in the live chat.
Just got back from the arena. Fantastic crowd in Charlotte tonight.
Really? It must have been a good section you were in, because I already said it at the beginning of the show. They were pretty dead for like a good half. Like a good half of the show. Mostly the women's matches, but they were alive at certain points. They were alive during the main event. They were alive during Jey Uso's segment. They were alive during the opening segment, but for the rest of it, they were just kind of like, all right, let's get to the part that really matters. And like I said, Three Diggles is going to needle Corp CA until he gives him what he wants. So let's see what happens. Again, Corp CA, you're the champ. You decide what happens. But in the meantime, I am moving on to the Raw review. And as our good friend Chase already said, it was indeed live at Charlotte, North Carolina. Of course, home of the Flairs. No Flairs tonight, though, because Charlotte Flair is officially on SmackDown because she chose Tiffany Stratton. So, I'm not going to go like segment by segment and talk about what happened, because you already know what happened. I'm just going to give you my overall thoughts. I really enjoyed the opening segment with Sami Zayn coming out, crowd receiving him with open arms. And you're hearing him go through the history of him and Kevin Owens way before they even got to WWE. You hear him bring up how they came into the business together. And then, of course, the indie circuit, Ring of Honor. I'm pretty sure they're staying away from Ring of Honor because AEW owns the rights to Ring of Honor. But El Generico and Kevin Steen, right? And then they came up to NXT, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. And then through NXT, we got to the main roster. And how many feuds and matches have they had, not just as opponents, but also as tag team partners? It's a lot. So that was good that he went through all of that to let us know, hey, we know we've been doing this for a while. But he says this one's different. This is a whole new level. This is a whole new level of violence. And he says, I don't care what happens. We gonna fight in Toronto. Adam Pearce comes out and goes, no, you can't do that. I won't let you do that because it's for your own good. Right? He says it's for your own good. And then, of course, he does the whole song and dance of, if I let you fight Kevin, then he's going to drop you on your head, and I can't protect you. I'm not going to be responsible for what happens with y'all. Y'all want to kill each other, y'all kill each other, but you leave us out of it. You know what I mean? Y'all leave us out of it. And then Sammy says, oh, I'm not going to be dropped on my head. I'm going to drop him on his head. And then eventually Adam Pearce was just like, okay, screw it. Listen, if y'all going to fight each other, it will be unsanctioned. And so there it was. So when he announced that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were going to fight and made it an unsanctioned match, I said, yo, that's a huge match. Why are we not doing that at WrestleMania? This reminds me of a lot of matches. It reminds me of WrestleMania 30, before WrestleMania 30, when they did the Shield versus the Wyatt. Remember when they had the Wyatt family? Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, taking on the Shield, right? And we all said, that's a WrestleMania match. Why the fuck are y'all doing that at Chamber? And the best thing that could have happened was for that match to be at WrestleMania, because the Shield literally had nothing to do. And John Cena beat Bray Wyatt, and that was some bullshit. So I think it would have been better if they just did the Shield and the Wyatts at WrestleMania. That would have been a better match for both of them. That's just my personal opinion. Having Bray Wyatt lose to John Cena at WrestleMania was such a horrible call. That's something that I cannot get over, and I will not get over. I'm just saying. But I also think about 2023 when they did Sami and Roman Reigns at Chamber, and I said, oh man, after the pop with Sami at the Royal Rumble, I'm thinking, man, this should be the WrestleMania match. This should be the WrestleMania match. I know Sami's not going to win. He doesn't need to win. But they ended up doing Cody and Roman, and ultimately that was the right call because it led to finishing the story and then doing the match again next year because people were very upset that Cody didn't win, right? It is what it is. You already know that Sami and Kevin are going to have an excellent show. They're going to have an excellent match. It's going to be reminiscent of their Ring of Honor match. That's exactly what they're going for. You know there's going to be blood. You know there's going to be all kinds of violence. I think these two are going to go in there and have the best, well, I can't even call it a match, but yeah, I can. It's an unsanctioned match. It's going to be the best thing on the show. It's going to be better than both Chamber matches, and both Chamber matches already look pretty goddamn stacked. But Toronto is going to be all over this. Oh, they are going to love this. And so I had to think about it for a minute. If we do this match, do we have a clean finish? Does Sami beat Kevin? And does Randy Orton come back to help Sami beat Kevin and therefore build to Randy Orton and Kevin Owens for WrestleMania? To then I go, and again, I gotta think about this from a long-term perspective. To which I go, what does Sami do at WrestleMania? Because that's a big match and a big win for him. You can't just have him fight Karrion Kross. That wouldn't work out too well at all. And so I'm thinking in my head, this is going to go to a no contest. They're going to have Sami and Kevin completely kill each other. It's going to go to a no contest, a big spot that has both of them take each other out. And then we do the WrestleMania match. And that's like no DQ, whatever the fuck, right? And then we have a winner with Randy Orton coming in to screw over Kevin and helping Sami win. That's what I think they do. Maybe Kevin beats Sami at Chamber, and then the rematch, Sami beats Kevin at WrestleMania, with Randy coming out to help Sami beat Kevin. Now, here's my question to you. Does Sami Zayn bring back the Brain Buster? Does he bring back the top rope Brain Buster? Because I've been thinking about that. You kind of have to, right? You kind of have to bring it back. If you're going to have Sami take on Kevin, if they don't do the top rope Brain Buster, what are we doing? What are we doing? So I think, this is just my personal opinion, I think if they're going to do the top rope Brain Buster, that's a WrestleMania move. That's a WrestleMania move. Because I also think, like, if we just go right into Randy and Kevin right after this hot feud, like, we're just getting started with Sami and Kevin. I don't know. I don't think they're just gonna do a blow off at Chamber and not finish up Kevin and Sami for WrestleMania. I think the unsanctioned fight is just that. It's an unsanctioned fight. I don't think there's going to be a winner. I think it's just a way to get them to WrestleMania. And then maybe at WrestleMania, they make it Falls Count Anywhere last man standing match. And then Randy Orton comes out to help Sammy beat Kevin. And then we do Kevin and Randy going into the summer. Something to think about. Because I think about it from this perspective too. Fine, you do Sammy and then Randy comes out to help Sammy beat Kevin at Chamber. Then you do Randy and Kevin for WrestleMania. I'm assuming Kevin loses that too. Now what do? Where do you go from there? At the very least, the way I booked it, the way I have it in my head, you do Sammy and Kevin, Chamber, WrestleMania, and then you do Randy and Kevin throughout the rest of the summer. You have something there for them to work with. You have something for Kevin to work with after WrestleMania. Because I know people want Randy Orton at WrestleMania. You can still have Randy at WrestleMania. But does he need to wrestle? We'll figure it out. Either way they go with it, I'm fine. But that's where my head is right now when it comes to Sammy and Kevin. So we'll play that one by ear. And let's see what they do with it. What do y'all want? Like, ultimately, what do you want to see happen? Do you think they should just blow off Kevin and Sammy at Chamber and then move on to Kevin and Randy for WrestleMania? Or do you want this to be an actual feud for WrestleMania that will involve Randy Orton costing Kevin at WrestleMania to lead into their feud afterwards? Because I think we should keep it as Sammy and Kevin for WrestleMania. That's just my personal opinion. All right, let's go ahead and move things along here. I think after this, they got some backstage segment where Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are talking about being the ones who attacked Jade Cargill. So they did this storyline on SmackDown this past week where they showed footage of the attackers who attacked Jade Cargill. And as the ambulance was carrying off Jade Cargill, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez is seen walking off in the distance. And so now we're supposed to assume, what? It was Liv and Raquel? What? Nah, it wasn't Liv and Raquel. It's a red herring. Again, I'm still thinking it's probably either Naomi or Bianca. If not both of them, I am leaning on Bianca now, but yeah, it's clearly a red herring. But they're involving them in the storyline because the plan is to put the women's titles on Liv and Raquel. And therefore put a rift between Bianca and Naomi because one of them attacked Jade Cargill. And I'm assuming Jade Cargill is going to return very soon for that WrestleMania match. So let's see where that one goes. AJ Styles took on Dominik Mysterio. AJ, listen here. The fact that man can wrestle the way he's wrestling at his age. Remember, AJ Styles is 47. He's going to be 48. 48. I'm serious. That's crazy, but he's still wrestling like he's in his goddamn 20s and 30s. AJ's a legend, man. AJ Styles is a goddamn legend. But I don't know what's going on with Dominik Mysterio. Everybody, look, I love Dominik. I think Dom is a great heat magnet, a great heel. There's something about him inside the ring as of lately that's just kind of been off. Kind of feels like he's phoning it in. Don't like that. Don't like that. But he hasn't been wrestling all that much on TV anyways, so it is what it is. But yeah, AJ Styles, wrestling at the age of 47, going into 48, he hasn't lost his step at all. So it was good seeing him inside the ring. And he does beat Dom, and then almost immediately afterwards, Braun Breaker hits the ring and goes to spear AJ, ends up spearing Dom. Breaker then gets kicked in the head, rolls to the outside, rips off his shirt, throws the shirt at AJ, and AJ just catches it like it's nothing. That reminds me of when was it? When did Brock Lesnar bring that tractor to the ring, and then he threw the microphone at Roman, and Roman just caught it without even looking at it, and then gave him a wink. That was such a great moment. I think that was that SummerSlam? It was SummerSlam, thank you. Okay, so this moment with AJ and Braun Breaker, it didn't quite live up. It nowhere came close to living up to it. But it reminded me of that. Just those little small moments that you can tell they didn't rehearse, but it looked cool. That was so cool. But yeah, AJ Styles and Braun Breaker. Do we do that at Chamber? Because if we're doing, let me see. Men's Chamber, Women's Chamber. Then they're going to do unsanctioned Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Yeah, they have a spot for AJ and Braun Breaker. Because I think we're going to be doing Braun Breaker and Sheamus for WrestleMania. I know that for sure. I'm almost certain we're doing that for WrestleMania. AJ will probably end up fighting Logan Paul. That's what I think. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. But yeah, Braun Breaker and AJ Styles for Chamber? Let's see. We're going to figure it out. They'll probably, if they're going to do it, they'll have to announce it next week because the pay-per-view is literally next Saturday. I think they did Dakota Kai and Ivy Nile next, right? Yeah, Dakota Kai and Ivy Nile. Although the crowd was not into this, I thought this was a good match. I thought this was a really, really good match between Dakota Kai and Ivy Nile. Dakota, people are sleeping on her, man. As an in-ring performer, she's able to make a lot of people look really, really good. Her selling scares me. Because there are times when she's taking those bumps, I'm thinking she actually hurt herself. And Three Diglett said it, man. When you're that good, maybe you shouldn't be going for a mid-card title. Maybe you should be going for the women's. Like the actual World Women's or the WWE Women's title. But she had a really good match with Ivy Nile, and she beats Ivy clean. Interestingly enough, Chad Gable's group isn't really successful at what they're doing, and that seems to be a story here. But Dakota Kai gets another victory, and she gets to fight Ivy's rival. I think they're currently in a feud right now, but she gets to fight Lyra Valkyria. I'm getting people's names mixed up right now. Lyra Valkyria. And
Naomi and Bianca look good in Bring It On gear.
I did see that. That was a good reference. I didn't even make mention of that on freaking Twitter, but yeah, that's exactly what it was. Anyways, so they're going to be doing Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai again. Now, on Twitter, I tweeted immediately. They need to make it right. They need to go ahead and make this right. Have Dakota Kai win the IC title like you should have done on Monday. The last time they fought. When was that? January 13th? The week after the premiere? I think Dakota should have won it then. But, again, I'm seeing people say it a lot in the live chat. Dakota probably won't win. Probably due to interference from Ivy Nile. And Dakota will most likely move up to the women's world title. Now look, if the plan is to give Dakota that women's world title, I'm not going to say no to that. And I would love for her to be Mrs. Money in the Bank. The fans are getting behind her. And she's really picking up on the momentum. So, if that's what they want to do, I'm not going to say no to that. But I would really like to see her win that IC title next week. That's just how I feel about it. I think after this was the Gunther segment. I'm going to make this very quick. Gunther doing the Jey Uso entrance. That's so good. Whoever came up with that, brilliant. You had him come through the back like Jey did, and then he started mocking the Yeats, and everybody was just like, what the hell are you doing? But it was good heel heat. The crowd hated him for it. Of course, Jey Uso would come out, big pop. Man, let me tell y'all something. And I know this has been beaten to death. This is a dead horse that we keep beating. But damn it, Jey Uso's over. And even though you tell yourself he's over, you're still surprised at how over he is every single week. When he hit that arena, his music hit, Charlotte went absolutely nuts. Nuts for him. And then, of course, when he got into the ring and started yeeting with them, such a great sight. Again, some people are saying Jay shouldn't have won the Royal Rumble. I completely disagree. You got some signs on AEW saying some talentless hack that goes yeet. I'm just like, that talentless hack is more over than literally everybody on your roster. He's like twice as over, if not 10 times as over than anybody on the AEW roster. So I'm going to need y'all to sit all the way down and quit hating on Jey Uso. For real. That boy is making dollar bills for Triple H and the company. But they're building this match between Jey Uso and Gunther very well. There's a side of me that's a little terrified. We all know that Jay's going to win. This feels like, yeah, this is it. But there is that side that's like, oh, what if they pulled a Rock from WrestleMania 2000, WrestleMania 16, WrestleMania 2000, where you felt like, okay, The Rock's going to win the belt here. And then he didn't win the belt, but then he won the belt at Backlash. I hope they don't pull that. I hope they just have Jay win at WrestleMania. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. I think after this was it the tag match? Or was it Penta versus Peter Dunne? Actually, this is when they had Jey Uso go backstage and he got interviewed. Let me talk about this because this wasn't aired. Jey Uso, as he was going backstage, I saw this online. He ran into the New Day. He ran into Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. And they're doing the whole, hey man, we've been supporting you all this time. And when you get to WrestleMania, we both know that you're going to get your ass kicked. You know, they just turned it on him to get that heat. And you're seeing that. And there's a side of you that's like, you know, if Jey Uso does win that world title, I wouldn't be upset if he did a feud with Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston and or Xavier Woods. I wouldn't. I think those two would be great opponents for Jey Uso. Both of them. Because I was thinking they have a good history and their chemistry is off the charts. And if you've seen anything from Up, Down, Down, you'll know how good their chemistry is. It is a really, really good chemistry. So, I think after this is when they did Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez being interviewed. Did you attack Jade Cargill? They're like, hey, if we attack Jade Cargill, you would know about it. Essentially. Peter Dunne! Pete Dunne took on Penta Cetro Miedo. And it's funny, and I keep saying this too, how over Penta is right now. They're doing an excellent job of making him feel like a very special part of the brand. And it ain't just because he's undefeated. It's the presentation of him. It's the way they market him. So you notice that he gets his own moving graphics before his matches. They really make him feel like a specifically special attraction of the show. And I love that. His matches feel different than anybody else's matches. And that's on purpose. And I think when, and I do say when, they get Phoenix, he is going to get the exact same treatment. If they love Pentagon or Penta, they are going to fall in love with Phoenix. So, I think whatever they do with Penta at WrestleMania, it better be something big. So, currently he's involved with Pete Dunne and Ludwig Kaiser. And that's just a mini feud. You know he's going to kick both their asses. He does end up beating Pete Dunne. And then after the match, Ludwig Kaiser and Pete Dunne end up attacking Penta. And then they turn on each other. And then Penta attacked them both. So, I don't know what the plan is for, and I'm just speculating at this point. I don't know what the plan is for Penta. But if they're going to be doing Rey Mysterio and the New Day for WrestleMania, I would love it if they had Rey Mysterio and Penta take on the New Day. I would love that. Now, I have been predicting that Penta was going to turn heel at some point. Look, I love Pentagon Jr., but I loved him even more as a heel in Lucha Underground. Heel Pentagon is different. He is a different breed. Imagine that guy in WWE. Imagine the New Day taking on Penta and Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania, and then Penta turns on Rey, because everybody turns on Rey Mysterio. And then he hits the sacrifice, breaks his arm, come on, and takes him out. And then Rey's gone for a while, and then Rey comes back to do a feud with Penta. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. Someone told me that this is the second time he fought Pete. Really? Actually, you're right. Who did he fight last time? Was that Luke Lee Kaiser? Alright. That is interesting. The match was still really good, though. So I think the reason why he was put with Pete Dunne was because Pete can handle his style. He can keep up with them and execute the moves. Oh, one of my favorites is here. Roxanne Perez. Roxanne, not Roseanne. Lillian. Roxanne Perez came out looking good. Like Booker T says, she's looking good. Not good, but good. And then Raquel Rodriguez walked out there. And look here. If you can pull a good match out of Raquel Rodriguez, you're a great talent. I absolutely adored this match. This was a really, really good match. Probably Raquel's best match since. Exactly. So, I love the psychology of it. It's the David versus Goliath kind of match. But you knew, all right, Roxanne has to win this. They're not going to put Raquel in the match with Liv. That doesn't make any sense. So, what was going to happen? Was someone going to come out and interfere? Yeah. Bring it on, girls. Naomi and Bianca came out with their Bring It On outfits, and they ended up attacking Liv, distracting Raquel Rodriguez. Roxanne hits Pop Rocks and pins her 1, 2, 3, so Roxanne advances to the chamber, as she should, and then Bianca and, of course, Naomi chase after Liv and Raquel. That feud is, I think, culminating next week, because next Monday is the women's tag team title match. I am expecting Liv and Raquel to win those titles. And I think that is most likely where they reveal who attacked Jade. I would hope they would have saved that for Chamber, but they're probably going to reveal that on Monday. And as of right now, because everyone's thinking it's Naomi, and it's the same thing with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all when they were building to Xavier Woods turning heel and splitting away from Kofi Kingston, right? And I kept telling y'all, this feels like a swerve. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to go the way you think it is. And then what ended up happening? They both turned heel. That was a swerve. Triple H is like, it's not Xavier. Not just Xavier. It's Xavier and Kofi. Crazy segment. Amazing segment. I kind of feel the same thing with this one. Everyone is expecting Naomi to be the one who attacked Jade Cargill. I'm thinking it is Bianca. I think it is going to be Bianca. Because I won't say no one is expecting it. No one thinks they're going to go in that direction. No one is thinking that Bianca is going to turn heel. I say that's exactly what needs to happen. I'm gonna go with Bianca. I thought Bianca when the angle first started. I said, the best choice here is Bianca. And everyone is saying Naomi. Literally everybody is saying Naomi. And that makes me go, well, I don't think it's Naomi now. I don't think it's Naomi because everyone is expecting it to be Naomi. Less people expect it to be Bianca. Even less people expect it to be both of them. But let me talk about Three Diglets here. Three Diglets, we here. Three Diglets understands Triple H's logic. Triple H's logic is he sets something up only to hit you with a swerve. What if it's neither one of them? What if it's neither one of them? Again, I gave y'all multiple choices. I said it could be none of these women. It could be Charlotte Flair. It's not Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is taking on Tiffany Stratton. What if it's someone new altogether? Would that upset y'all? It depends on who it is, of course. But for me, the best outcome would make it Bianca. If Bianca is the one that took out Jade, let me tell you something, player. Hold on a minute, player. Someone said Becky Lynch. Nah. Although, not Becky. Not Becky. It'd be nice though, but nah. But if it's Bianca who took out Jade, let me tell you something, player. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready for heel Bianca. Yes, we got heel Bianca in NXT. Y'all not ready for that Bianca. And I think what I would do, since currently we don't have an opponent for Rhea Ripley, what if it is revealed that Bianca was the one who took out Jade, and then we did Bianca turning heel and going up against Rhea Ripley? Ooh, that's good. That actually might be better than Charlotte versus Rhea. Because I said, man, y'all can't pass up Rhea versus Charlotte. If the plan is to turn Bianca heel and then do Bianca versus Rhea at WrestleMania, okay, then screw Rhea versus Charlotte. Rhea versus a heel Bianca is so much better. So much better. Heel Bianca now would cook. It would feed a ton of families, just like Triple H and HBK did in 2002. Someone said it. Who said it? Was it JJ Bulldog? JJ Bulldog. 2002, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. So we'll see where that one goes. Karrion Kross is poking the bear backstage, trying to tell Sammy, you still got time. You still got time to tap into the dark side. Basically trying to, good, feed your anger. It gives you focus. It makes you stronger. You can tell he's trying to turn Sammy. And I think it works. It's working enough. Because you already know Sammy is currently embroiled in a feud with Kevin Owens. And I would love it. I would personally love it if Kevin and Sammy went to a no contest. And then, while Sammy is hurt, you have Karrion Kross talking in his ear. That would be pretty goddamn cool. Someone just said Karrion Kross is now a part of the final catering group. Ouch! Ouch, sir. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods come out. Again, we talk about the best parts of the tag team divisions. Both New Day and then the new Street Profits, New Jack City Street Profits, are killing it right now, and both of them should be champions. Because those are the only two things that I care about. Those two teams are the only people I care about, and either are tag team division. New Day just gets heat. They're just so good at what they do. LWO comes out, and they attack the New Day, and I'm going boo! Not boo, but boo! Boo. Because it's booty cheeks. But it's alright. It's to set up Rey Mysterio and Penta for WrestleMania. I'm not hating on it. The main event, Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. And literally their best match yet. This match was awesome. That main event cooked. I don't give a fuck about that botched pinfall. Everyone was like, oh my god, they botched the pinfall. Shut up. Made me pull out the Vince McMahon. Shut up. Oh my god, I just thought about Vince McMahon talking to John Cena. Oh, what was that, pay-per-view? And Vince was like, yeah, what's good in the hood? What's good in the hood? What's good in the hood? And then I'm not going to say the other part. And then we got Durag Vince McMahon. Durag Vince McMahon. What up, G? Anyways. Sorry, I just got sidetracked. Everyone was so caught up with that botch. I'm like, y'all, it happens. It happens, all right? I wasn't even that bothered by it. And I'm happy that they played off of it. So, technically speaking, Seth beat Finn Balor twice. Anyways, this was one of Finn's best performances since his debut on Monday Night Raw? Since he beat Roman Reigns? What the hell has Finn Balor done since winning that Universal title in 2016? Yes, he is a former IC champ and a former tag team champ, but seriously, like, this man hasn't really done much at all. So, yeah, it was nice to see him have this match. I do think Finn needs to split up from Judgment Day. We need to get rid of Judgment Day. So we already know what's getting ready to happen, right? They're already setting it up for you. You already know. And yes, he took over Judgment Day. And what has the group done since he took it over? Like, I'm sorry, no offense, but Rhea Ripley became the leader by default. Like, Rhea Ripley was like the head honcho. Exactly. And then 3 Days said, Nuttan! Not nothing, but Nuttan! So, I bring you back to where we are now. I think with Finn Balor losing this match and Seth Rollins going on to Chamber, what they should do is Dominik Mysterio should just go ahead and just take over Judgment Day and turn it into a new group. Because Finn's like, no more people being added. And I say, fuck all that noise. Go ahead and add more. And then Dom should take over the group and just turn it into something else. And then what you can do with Finn Balor, split him off. And honestly, I don't know what else you can do with him except turn babyface. Because I think we've kind of run the gambit now with Finn as a heel. Because when JD comes back, he's going to be a babyface. JD's going to come back. People are going to love him. They're going to love him after he suffered that horrific injury. Punctured lung. Oh my goodness. So, JD's going to be loved. Maybe just have Finn go back to being the demon. But do it right. Do it right this time. So, I don't know. Like, I did a video talking about Shinsuke Nakamura and how Nakamura at this point is just damaged goods. I kind of feel the same way to a certain extent about Finn Balor. Maybe Finn would be better off if he just left and went somewhere and then came back. Because I don't know. Something's been missing. It's scary, man. Finn Balor was hot on NXT. Finn Balor, Nakamura, Bobby Roode. I miss Bobby Roode. Glorious! I will defend. I will give in. I miss Bobby Roode. But, man, like, I'm going through all the NXT talent. Wendel's coming back. Aleister Black coming back. Yes. Maybe he attacked. No, I'm just joking. I was gonna say maybe he attacked Jay Cargill. No, he didn't. Zelina Vega attacked Jay. Yeah, it was Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega did it. Sure. Anyways, yeah, I'm very curious to know what they're gonna do with Finn Balor. Cause right now, I'm just waiting for Judgment Day to just split up. And you already know that's going to happen. That's going to be interesting. Oh my God. Corpse EA said, send Balor to TNA. He's a waste of a roster space. God damn, champ. That's cold-blooded. Someone just brought up the fact of Smiley Finn Balor. Don't bring up Smiley Finn Balor. I swear to God. I swear to God. Don't do it. So, tonight's show was solid. It was a solid episode. I'll say this, it's better than SmackDown. Better than SmackDown, but not by much. You could tell they're still just kind of waiting to get through Chamber. When they get through Chamber and we get into WrestleMania season, I think things are going to start picking up. Although I do think something crazy is going to happen next Monday. I have a feeling next Monday's show is going to be pretty nuts. So don't hold me to that. I just have a feeling. Just I got a feeling. Woo-hoo. Three Diglets needling a champ. Three Diglets, the disrespect to Corpse EA. He says, you clearly don't know what you're talking about. God damn. You gonna let him talk to you like that, Corpse EA? Watch Corpse EA be like, nah, you not gonna needle me, sir. You're not getting this belt. You're not getting this belt. You're gonna have to wait. Wait until WrestleMania. Although Corpse EA, listen, if you want to put the belt on the line tonight, I'm not gonna I'm just saying, sir. I'm not gonna tell you no. All right, give me your scores, give me your grades. Where's your head at when it comes to Raw tonight and going into Chamber? Corpse EA says, I'm not paying any attention to 3D tonight. That boy said, out of sight, out of mind. You want this title? Meet me at WrestleMania. Because I don't work for free. I'm a prize fighter. Sorry, dude, Divots. He's the champ. The champ said no. I mean, you can keep needling him, though. Three Diglets said, all right, we gonna see. We gonna see what the champ says. All right, let me get your scores. How we feeling about tonight's show? While I read what you guys have been saying. The Beep Jr., what's up, man? Good to have you. Thank y'all for keeping A&B Convos company. Very much appreciate that. What's going on, Calendar Master? Good to have you here. Good to see you too, Jody Bennett. Let me see here. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go.
That's exactly why Corp CA is the co-main event at Mania. Diglets versus Franklin is like Undertaker at HBK at Mania. That's why he should defend the belt tonight. I'll take the belt from you. Then me versus Franklin will be more exciting.
That boy said, I'm looking past you, Corp CA. He said, you are in my way. My way from the real main event. Hey, it's Franklin. By the way, Franklin, you here? Franklin, I know you watch the show, buddy. I know you're here. Just give me a wave if you're here. Y'all, that match between Franklin and Three Diglets, man, if that ever happens, that's gonna be families. But I'm sorry, like, you can't look past Corp CA. You can't look past the champ. But Three Diglets is like, oh no, I'm gonna needle you, sir. You gonna give me what I wants. The real match is Franklin and Three Diglets. Damn, Corp CA. The disrespect, bro. He disrespecting you. Let me see here. Will the Wyatt Six have Mania match? Well, they're teasing Alexa Bliss joining the Wyatt Six, right? So it's going to be all six of them. I'm very curious to know who they fight, though. That is a good question.
Not related to this, but I have to warn you about this YouTube scam that's happening. It's related to the private video from YouTube creators.
Oh, what's that all about? YouTube scam? What's going on here? Who? Three Diggers is like, man, who's Corp CA? Who? Yo, Corp CA, he really trying to needle you into a title defense, buddy. Corp CA asks, will they actually go through with the Dakota Kai push? Will they actually go through with the Dakota Kai push? I really hope they do, man. I swear to God, I really hope Dakota Kai, this is just my opinion, my personal opinion, I really do hope that Dakota Kai gets a push in WWE, because she needs, man. She deserves it, man. She's earned it. She's earned a push. She's been busting her ass, killing it for WWE for the longest time. And the company, for some reason, just don't appreciate her. Yo, Corp CA, my dude, why you gotta be that cold though? So Corp CA says 3D can say wherever he wants, because the truth is that I took the belt from him on his birthday. Yo, that was personal, Corp CA, dude. Why you gotta be so rude? Why you gotta be so rude? Why you do that? Now you really gonna get it. I'm scared. You ain't never gonna get it. That's what he told you, Three Diglets. But you about to get it now. See, now Three Diglets is gonna have to come get you. Now he's gonna have to come get you now. Lauren Biggs, Natalia is wrestling for the catering women's. Lauren Biggs says she's wrestling for the catering women's championship. Nah, man. All Days Off says it was Brandy Rose. You know what? Imagine if Brandy Rhodes was the one who attacked Jade Cargill. Yo! Now that's a storyline. That's some long-term storytelling for your asses. Going all the way back to AEW. Who the hell told you this was open mic night, bitch? The match we never got. Now we're getting it here in WWE. Brandy Rose versus Jade Cargill. Come on. Come on now. Oh, that would be great. Oh, that would feed families. Yeah, A&B combos. It's getting spicy up in here. No, I don't think it's Brandy. I think it is Bianca. Or Naomi. It could be just... Again, like, Naomi's the obvious choice. So I think it is Bianca. I do think it's Bianca. Let's see. Ultra Shadow. Show me what it's for. Make me understand it. I've been crawling in the dark looking for the answer. Ooh, what's that? What song is that? Sean Swaby. I initially thought Liv Morgan was gonna accidentally disqualify Raquel Rodriguez. Nah, bruh. Roxanne gonna beat her clean. You put Roxanne over clean, sir. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. You put Roxanne over. You hear me? When you got Miss Roxanne, you don't play with her. Cause she fine as hell. She fine. Not fine. She fine. Big difference. Yeah, people are comparing Bianca and Jade to Triple H and Shawn Michaels from 2002. Essentially. That's what I'm getting. Shadow Star, is it just me or am I getting tired of the interference spots? Just let your wrestlers win clean. The problem with that is it's not just WWE, it's AEW. If you watch a lot of wrestling and you see a lot of interference, it does get a lot. It does become a lot. After a while, you're just like, can we just have a show with just clean wins? Just clean wins and actual, like, people going over in the right way. Ronwell, is it okay if I DM you about the link that's related to my super chat? Yeah, email me, bud. DM me on X or email me, just alexworld@gmail.com. Just alexworld@gmail.com. That's weird. Let me see here. All right, let me get your score. So, Lauren Bias gives it a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, that's about right. Dylan Danger gives it a 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for Joseph Winters. 9 out of 10 for Joe Arredondo. 7 out of 10 for JJ. Who let the dogs out? Who? Yeah, I agree with that. Let me see here. Uh-oh.
Corp CA. The real truth is, you never super chatted more than me while I was in the same room as you. And that's a fact.
He went there. Three Diglets said, I'm your papi. Damn. Why you say that, Three Diglets? Shallow Star 7. Yo, I told you, Corp CA, he gonna needle you. He's gonna needle you. Now he said, look here. I'm better than you because I put more money. Every time I'm in the room, everyone knows who the real head honcho is. And then he's going to say, know your place, babe. Why Three Diglets little brothering? He's little brothering Corp CA, and Corp CA is the champ. Like, bro. I love it though. I know. I'm just waiting for Corp CA to be all like, "Look here, sir. You can keep saying what you're saying, but prize fighter doesn't defend his belt on free television. On free television." The song that was referenced in the chat was "Crawling in the Dark" by Hooba Stank. Hooba Stank. I feel like I've heard it before. How do I feel about AJ Styles versus Joe Hendry for the TNA World Title? I wouldn't be against that. AJ Styles back in TNA would be nuts. As long as he gets to do his dum 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 I am his TNA theme. You gotta bring back I Am. Otherwise, there's no point. There's no point if you don't bring back Get Ready to Fly. I am. And since since WWE and TNA are not in a partnership, they could, if they wanted to, use AJ's theme song. If I ever get a chance to talk to AJ Styles, I might ask him like, so since there's a partnership with you and TNA, I know where this is going. I don't know. We'll see. Shadow Star, this might be controversial, but that is the reason why I'm not a fan of factions. I'm continuing the conversation about interference spots. Gotcha. I gotcha. I'm waiting to see what Corp CA says to Three Diglets before I sign out. I'm wondering if Corp CA is just going to be like, wait until WrestleMania, champ. But I love seeing Three Diglets needle Corp CA. He's gonna keep doing it. But yeah, it looks like everybody thought the show was pretty solid, decent to solid. That's good. I'm expecting next week's to be a lot more entertaining, and with Road Dogg now being the head writer or co-lead writer of SmackDown, I don't know. We're gonna have to see if it actually works out.
Didn't I tell you 3D that I'm a better heel than you? That's why you're pathetic and I'm the champ.
Yeah, it's getting spicy up in here. Quick reminder, Chamber next Saturday, you will see the International Super Chat Championship on the line. By the way, Three Diglets, if you want to Just saying, you don't have to.
He ain't gonna say nothing. He's nothing. Phone ring phone. Excuse me for a sec. Hello? Oh hey, it's nothing. He says he knows you.
Love the reference. That's the Rock and the Hurricane promo. That feud with the Rock and Hurricane was so goddamn good. And I love that they both donated at the same time. We got the chat saying, look at JJ Bulldog. With everybody saying Corp C-A, yeah. Gave him that LA Night love. Kenneth Taffy. What if WrestleMania 41 could be as good as WrestleMania 31? Now, WrestleMania 31 was good. That was a good ass show. WrestleMania 30 was better. WrestleMania 30 was beautiful.
Just emailed you. BTW. Damn on the feud. Lol.
Yeah, the feud is nuts, bro. You gonna do commentary for WrestleMania, Ron? Ronwell? Three Diglett still saying, you ain't nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. Alright. Look, as much as I would love to see Three Digletts and Corp CA just go back and forth with the Super Chat battles, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to cut it off right here. I know. But we all know that Corp CA is not defending his belt tonight. So, we're going to go ahead and move things along. So, quick reminder, this week, there will be a live stream for AEW on Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a live stream on Friday. We'll have to see. Three Digletts is like, this your guy? This is your king? I told you, Three Digletts, he's a heel. That's what heels do. So, you'll have to see him at WrestleMania if you want that belt. He says, come and take it from me. We'll see. We will definitely see how that one works. But thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for making me a part of your day. We're going to go ahead and close things out. So the next time you will see me will be on Wednesday for Dynamite. I don't know about SmackDown yet. If I miss SmackDown, I'll just do an upload on, of course, Sunday. And then we'll go from there. Next week, that's the week of Chamber. So, of course, you got Monday. And then I'll do a preview and predictions later on that week. And then we'll do the review next Saturday. So, looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. Outside of that, thank you all so much for being here. As you file out, do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. And I'm going to give the final word. The final words to Three Digletts and Corp CA over here. Three Digletts said, this is your champ? This your guy? That's a damn shame. And then Corp CA says, if I'm nothing as a champ, then what are you with no belt? It makes you Ellsworth. And then Three Digletts just said, I'm your daddy. Go to bed, son. That's crazy. All right. Break it up. Let's get out of here. Thank you all so much, and I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World. We will get more of Corp CA and Three Digletts in the future, so stay tuned for it. Love you all. Catch you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.